I think today we need to have a little talk about YouTube. Now, this has been a video that I've been thinking about making, and honestly, it's kind of overdue because there's been an obvious problem with myself and the channel as of recently in the second half of this year. And today I'm just going to touch on that. I'm going to go over what is wrong, what's wrong with the channel, what's wrong with me, what I'm doing wrong, what I want to do, what I can't do, and basically like just the state of what the YouTube channel is at. Now, recently, it's just on the channel, it's been very inconsistent with content. I've been super busy in real life ever since school started up again in August, and I haven't been able to produce the videos that I want to produce. I just don't have time to do this kind of stuff anymore. And it's not that I don't give myself time, I procrastinate when I do have free time. It's because I'm just so stressed out about school. And then, here I am trying to maintain the channel, keep it going. We're aiming for 100K by the end of this year. And it's just hard to maintain all this all at the same time. Now, let's not jump the gun here. I'm not quitting YouTube. I might slow down a little bit on uploading. The channel might die out a little bit. It's just whatever happens from here, it's whatever. But I do want to go over the content, and I want to go over what I want to do versus what I think can be done versus what I think can't be done. So let's go ahead and take a look at the content since school started. So well, I guess I'm gonna pinpoint it since I've been losing my touch with YouTube. So it started in around August. There's no dates and I don't really want to go through all these videos, but let's just go ahead and say that I started feeling like the channel was falling apart right after like the 50K special. Now the 50K special hit with a big boom. It was my most ambitious project, it was my biggest project, and it was my most successful project. And after that video really burnt me out because, as I've said before, it took a very long time to make. It took a lot of effort, and I had a lot of nerves going into making it because I thought that I was going to spend 12 hours on a video which would just flunk. Very luckily, it's one of our most successful videos, so that was a big sigh of relief. But after that, I just started getting more and more burnt out as I posted more content. We had the start of the Alternative Future series, which is by far our most successful series on the channel. We can see that view-wise that it's fairly consistent when it first starts, but then if we go to as of recently, it's kind of dropped down. And that's not just because the series is dropping down, it's also just because the channel isn't doing as good as it usually is. And that's fine, we have our ups and downs on YouTube. I want to address a pretty big problem, and that is the Empire series. So if we go ahead and jump over towards the community tab, we see here, based on performance of the latest video, what if Finland formed an empire? We will see the return of the Empire series. So yeah, the Finland Empire did very good, and then after that I posted the Saudi Arabia video that did pretty bad, and then the Sweden Empire flunked. So my takeaway from this is that the Empire videos, like the people who watch them, are just based on which country is being showcased. So in this case, Finland is a pretty popular country. Everyone knows about Finland. Saudi Arabia, everyone knows about Saudi Arabia, but maybe some people just don't have interest in seeing its empire. And Sweden, which I found this very surprising, which just completely flunked. Now, I thought this would be on the same scale as Finland, but it wasn't. So I don't really know what to take away from this. I know that I shouldn't be basing this on view counts and analytics, but it's coming to the point where I kind of have to. I've been having to cut this out of different videos because I don't want to sound cocky about it, but I'm just going to address it. I do YouTube for the fun of it, yes, but getting paid in these analytics is also a benefit of that. And at my certain age right now, I'll get into that in a little bit, but right now, as I'm recording this, I'm not employed under any company or anything. I don't have a real job, even though I would consider this a real job, which makes me just rely completely on YouTube and the benefits, which they do reek up and they do help for that. But there is a certain point where you start taking a hit and you're starting to get worried, because then you might have to go out and find another job. And once again, I do YouTube purely for fun. It's a great platform. Ever since I was like, whenever I discovered YouTube, I've always had a passion for wanting to build up a channel and see it grow and build a community, and I've done that. Also, like the benefits, I didn't think about the benefits in the beginning, which was, once again, getting paid for it. But now that it's actually happening and it's here, I have to start to factor in that side of it too, because it's holding me up. And for the third time, YouTube, I'm completely fine with doing YouTube and not getting paid for it. But at this point, once again, I'm not employed by anyone else. So I kind of do rely on it. So yeah, doing unsuccessful series just kind of hurts the channel. It doesn't grow, it sustains. We had the same audience, but they don't watch these videos, so what's the point? If everyone says they want the Empire series back and then it just completely flunks, then obviously that's a minority saying they want the Empire series back. But for the future of the channel now, I really want to diversify into other content. I just don't know how to approach that, because every time that I've tried to diversify into other content, it's completely failed. For example, I tried to dive into gaming with Territorial.io. I didn't want to go completely off track here because, you know, I have to maintain the mapping community, and Territorial is a mapping game. But I tried that and the video flunked. I put a couple hours into this video, and seeing a flunk kind of burnt me out even more. So after that, I tried the 70K special, which was a commentary video, and that one did better, but still it kind of flunked. And that was a special video too, so I kind of anticipated it to do a little bit better than it did. But you know, gaming and commentary don't work, and those are really the only other two things that I'm interested in. I can't blog because I don't really have the interest in blogging. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be fun, but I feel like, you know, going out recording in public, that's, I don't know, it's kind of cringy. But who knows, maybe I'm like knocking on wood right now, and in like 5 years I'll be a blogging YouTuber. Hopefully not. But yeah, so let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit. Let's go back to prime time, which was basically everything before now. So I don't think there's a certain point I can pinpoint where the channel just started blowing up relatively, because it itself blew up after I posted the first couple of mapping videos, which was way back here. This was when I was doing really good with Minecraft content, and I was really happy with all these videos. And then, you know, I saw that the Fixing the Borders of America video did very well, so I waited a little bit. I continued with the Minecraft content, and then I caught on to that, and I was like, wait a minute, this has potential. So I posted the other mapping video that did extremely well, did a little bit more Minecraft, posted another one, and then another one, and then finally we have the breaking point. So you see here the downward trend of the channel. That's when Minecraft was dying off for me, and that's when I was like, okay, we have to do something different. So I look back at all these mapping videos, and I'm like, okay, I see the trend here. I have a daily upload week coming up for, I don't know if it was for a special or just because I wanted to, but here we have a daily upload week coming. Let's do like half and half. We'll do half Minecraft, half mapping. And I kid you not, the very last second before I published the first Minecraft video, the America border video blew up. It completely overshadowed all of my other videos on the channel, and right then flipped the switch, did all the videos. So the first 7 mapping videos you see here, those were all well, half of them were already scheduled, but half of them were made up within 2 days to replace the Minecraft videos. And as you can see, it obviously worked because the channel blew up after that, and since then, you know, we've just been soaring off with mapping content. And if we just take a look at the progression of the content over time. So we started off with a lot of drawing stuff. You know, we fixed the borders of the world. That video was made to really just piss people off, and it worked. But then we, you know, attempted to draw the USA from memory. We have a futuristic map of the US. And then we have the war scenarios starting up. Now this is what the channel is based on right now. We also have the first Empire video, which, if you didn't know, was actually one of my first videos. Now I just rambled on for 30 minutes, and I wasn't recording, so that's wonderful. That really fits the mood right now. But I guess I'll just briefly go over the touch on this. Now, I really went into detail in the past 30 minutes, but you know, I really don't feel like doing everything all over again, and that kind of ties in with what's happening. I just don't have time to even redo this. I don't have the mental capacity to redo everything I just said. But yeah, we have a lot of drawing videos. We then moved into war videos. So we have Russia versus USA, USA versus China, USA versus Canada. Then we kind of start to edge away from that and into even more war stuff. See, this is probably like the last redrawing video I did here, which was every US state. We do a lot of war, and we have a few new ones like new borders. We have collapse. We have reformation of the USSR. This was my first progress video. I guess this will probably be like my second or third. Then we have the start of the Empire series again. So I saw the success of the first US Empire one, and I re-jumped onto that, and that did very well. So that was the official start of the series, not the first video, but the actual series itself. And then we have a whole world involvement video. I didn't do a lot of these before, other than like maybe NATO versus BRICS or that first World War III video. But we have Continent Battle Royale, which is our most popular video. And then we have the Total War video, which once again is our second most popular video. We have these two videos here, which I really was not happy with. Usually when you upload on YouTube, you have a lot of pride with the videos you post, and that's true for every video I post. You know, it's your content, people are liking it, people are saying this is awesome. That just fills you with a lot of pride. These two videos, that didn't happen. Even though you guys said you liked them, it's just, I wasn't proud of these two. So then we keep on moving. We have an interesting one, which was what if Russia invaded Ukraine in 2021? That was way before we even thought about Russia doing it, and then it happened. Going on up, we have more and more Empire videos. I got sponsors here. That's pretty cool. Sponsorships on YouTube I have discovered are very risky. I'm not kidding when I say I get a sponsorship every day, but it's from these weird third-party companies that are I don't know, I just don't trust it. I would much prefer if the company just came to me head on, like Atlas did. They directly contacted me. I've had people say they're partnered with World of Warships, and there's no way I can really check that because when I search up your company, it doesn't even exist. So yeah, YouTube sponsorships, very sketchy apparently. But keep going up, we have more and more of these diversity in content. We have a lot of stuff going on here. We have the Russia versus Ukraine war simulation, and this was like days, or actually maybe like weeks before the war even broke out. And then we have the start of the Ukraine era, which is kind of overlapping what we're currently in, which is like the burnt out era or the alternative future era. Russian troops enter Donbass. We have the official start of the war. We have a Ukraine update video. We have a live stream, and then we have a whole bunch of NATO stuff. This also starts the NATO era, which is once again overlapping this, but that might have started right here. Either way, we're divided on eras here. We have the Korean War video. Now this has an interesting thumbnail for it, and I really love this style, and I touched on it like when I last said it because you guys didn't see it because I wasn't recording, but I love this style of thumbnail, and I thought it would flunk, and at first it did, but apparently it does really good. So I might experiment with this style again. Same thing with the Vietnam War video. We have empires becoming a little bit more inconsistent, still happening though. A lot of Asia focused videos, and then we have the Hoi 4 and the World Box video. Now this is when I was trying to diversify early on, and looking back now we can see that it didn't really work. This video is a live stream though, 35k views, not bad for a live stream. World Box 76,000. Not bad. We keep going. We have a lot more of these centered videos of certain regions of the world. Then we have another World War III video. This is one of our most popular as well. We have the Empire series officially starting to decline around the Italy video. We see the Australia 56, 80, and then South Africa 69, and then Turkey 45, and that's when I started cutting it out. We have another territorial IO video, which did fairly well, actually did very well, 100k. And this is what prompted me to do the most recent one, which flunked. And that on top of this video also doing pretty well. That's why I wanted to try to diversify into other content using mapping related games, but it just hasn't worked in the way I wanted it to. Here we have the War of Every Empire. Now this is what I would say is maybe like my final like foot in the ground. The Empire series is over, temporarily that is, and then I did the Turkey video that completely flunked, and then there was another Empire video since the Iran video. That one also flunked, but it did better than the Turkey one. And then since then, you know, I haven't posted one since the Finland Empire. But in between there, we have the start of the Alternative Future series. This is a pretty good growth rate in here. We go on into this area. This is when it started slowing down. This one revived us for a little bit. Then I had a really bad streak with bad videos into the Mexico one. And then we've had a bad streak ever since. So we haven't really gotten better other than maybe this one. But yeah, then also factoring these two most recent videos, they just haven't done as well as I want them to for a series video. Once again, I know you guys want it, but it might be a minority that wants it and the majority that doesn't. Maintaining these series is important for them to be successful and for me to continue them, because if a series, if eventually it gets to the point where it's like doing 5,000 views, then it's just like, why am I doing this? I want to go over three more things. So one is that I might start redoing older videos just for the sake of like polishing them and kind of like rebranding them into a better version of what they could be. Back then, my geopolitical knowledge was like 1% of what it is now. I was mainly focused on like maps, changing the maps borders. I had a pretty good sense for like what countries were strong, what countries were weak, but I didn't really know about relations between every country and like how each of them playing together. And now I have that knowledge, so maybe going back and doing some of those older videos will actually be entertaining. Just let me know your guys' take on that. I would love to hear your input, because I am slowly running out of ideas for this year, and that input would be very helpful. All right, second thing here is just why this content has been so horrible lately. I'm just gonna go ahead and point the finger at myself for being, I don't know, procrastinate. I procrastinate a lot. School stresses me out a lot. I don't think I've ever had a more stressful school year in my life, and then of course, managing this on top of that and a slight decline, that just really has me down. I don't have a lot of free time, and then when I do have that free time, it's either taken up by this, fine with that, or it's taken up by just me just like staring at a wall or like scrolling through YouTube shorts. it's there's a lot of stuff that kind of limits me, and it's no one's fault except for my own and not being able to manage myself and my time. But yeah, it's just a lot, you know. Also, like I said earlier, I go out with my friends a lot. We do all these kind of things. I do stuff with the family. It's a lot. And then when I do have free time, I just don't want to do anything because I'm so bummed out about school. And now we lead into the third thing, which is I recently got hired, or not hired yet, but I'm in the process of being hired for another job. And don't fret, I'm not quitting YouTube for this because that would be stupid. That would be the dumbest move I could ever make. So it's going to be temporarily, and it's just going to be for a little bit. It just kind of has to happen because I'm at the point now where, yes, I rely on YouTube and it's a good source of income, but also like later on in life, say this doesn't work out and I have to apply for other jobs, I can't just say that I was working for YouTube. I don't know if that's going to fly with actual companies. So, you know, working this small job probably is a better base than just saying I work for YouTube, or I guess work on YouTube. I don't know. I don't work for the company. I use the company's platform for myself. What is it? What? Am I contracted under YouTube? I don't even know. But yeah, so another job is starting up. It's part-time, so it shouldn't cut into this too much, but I think it might actually be a little bit slightly beneficial. Of course, I'm gonna have even less time, so there's that. It's a pretty laid-back job, so I might have time just to like think about what my upcoming videos should be, what I should post, what my approach should be, and so on and so forth. So there's that. But now I just want to go on to the future of the channel and like what I want to really do. I would love to diversify into other content that is, you know, slightly mapping related, but overall I do kind of want to start to get away from mapping, maybe not as a whole, but like cut back on it. As you can see, there is around 200 or 300 mapping videos on this channel, and you know, you can only do so much with the world. There's endless opportunities while you're on it, but making up fictional scenarios about it, and then, you know, also have to, you know, factor in the fact that these videos and scenarios have to be entertaining. There's not that much left for me to do with it. I could do every country as an empire. Once again, we have to make those entertaining. The empire videos do get repetitive after an amount of time, so I can't just keep doing empire videos. That would be so boring. I can't just keep doing Russia versus whoever videos. That gets repetitive and boring, as we're seeing here. And yeah, so I would just love to diversify. As you can see here, we have two examples of me attempting to do so. First one was gaming. That did well at first with these past couple territorial videos. This one flunked, and that kind of cut it off for that. Of course, I could try other games that are sort of mapping related. You will never see me post another Hoi 4 thing on this channel. I am not into that game, and there's a good reason for it. Here I tried commentary with the 70k special. I am okay with commentary. I'm good with it. I like it, but not as much as I would gaming videos. So both of these videos flunked, and I was like, oh boy, we're in for the long haul with mapping. Since then, I posted 12 mapping videos. This will be the first one to break that chain, and this video itself will probably flunk just because it's not mapping. I built a community around mapping, and I have to, I guess, maintain that community. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't know enough to know if I can convert it into another type of community, which is like more centered around gaming and stuff. I would love to do that, but then again, that probably won't suit everyone's interests. So it's kind of a gamble. I might have to take a big loss and maybe rebuild. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to see how the next couple weeks go, and then I'll probably end up posting another update video. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, and show some support in this video if you want. Go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, that's going to do it today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.